Welcome to the week number 3 overview for managerial economics here at Rutgers University in Camden. And in this video, I'm going to go over briefly the important components of what is in Chapter 5, production, and what you should understand in that chapter. In particular, make sure you are comfortable with what is a production function, how a production function is used, and in particular, make sure you understand what the Cobb-Douglas production function is. It is a specialized form of a production function that many economists use in managerial economics. So make sure you're comfortable with all of that. Also, understand that when an economist says short run versus the long run, what does the economist actually mean by that? So make sure the implication of the long run versus the short run, in particular in the short run, what input is fixed. Also, the fact that if we talk about the long run, there's a greater degree of flexibility. So understand the difference between the short run and the long run and why there's a greater degree of flexibility for a manager in the long run of production. Also, what is meant by returns to scale? So the definition of return to scale, the different forms of return to scale, and how this in particular relates to the size of the firm. And also, finally, make sure you're very aware of the relationship between technologic change and production and productivity. In particular, I always stress to my students that you should understand that we're talking about capital and labor. So changing technology with capital impacts labor, but it can impact labor differently. All right, for example, a change in technology can eliminate jobs. For example, I'm sure, the one example I always relate is the introduction of ATM machines in the banking industry has negatively impacted the amount of tellers. So tellers are less needed because of the introduction of that technology, but also realize that capital and labor are complementary. That an introduction of capital can destroy jobs, but it also creates jobs or makes certain individuals more productive. So make sure you understand that when reviewing the material for Chapter 5.